Okay, so finally, a very good morning, everyone. We are sorry for this technical glitch that we have to start a little late, but we promise that the program will be worth it. Okay, so the wait will be like, you will not regret that. So, a very good morning, everyone, respected principal, ma'am, dear teachers, and my beloved students. It is with immense joy that I welcome all of you in this special occasion, the 76th Republic Day of India. Before I go any further, I have a very important announcement for all of our students. So, children, every speech that we are going to give, the introductory speech given by me, the principal ma'am is going to say you something, everything, whatever is happening in the whole program, you have to listen to them very, very attentively. Why? Because there is something at the end of the program for all of you. Okay, that I'm going to tell you later. That I'm going to tell you after some time. But just be very, very mindful and gather as much information as possible from the whole program because there is something at the end. Okay? So now, today we have gathered here virtually to honor the spirit of our great nation. We are reminded of the incredible journey that India has undertaken since adopting its constitution. So on 26th of January 1950, our nation adopted its constitution. What is a constitution? It's a guiding document that defines our rights, our duties, and the principle of justice, equality, and freedom. Okay? The Indian Constitution, written under the leadership of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, is just not a document, but it's a symbol of unity, diversity of our great country. It empowers us to live in harmony, respecting the rich cultural and linguistic heritage that makes India truly unique. On this Republic Day, let us pledge to uphold the values of our Constitution and work together for a brighter and more prosperous India. To begin with, I would now kindly invite our esteemed principal, dearest Kakuli ma'am, to address the gathering and share her thoughts on this momentous day. Over to you, Kakuli ma'am.
Thank you, Anisha ma'am. Good morning, respected teachers and dear students. It is with immense pride and joy that I welcome you all to the 76th Republic Day celebrations of India. This day, observed every year on January 26, marks a defining moment in our nation's history, the day when the Constitution of India came into effect in 1950, making India a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. Today, as we gather here in celebration, let us reflect on the journey that brought us to this point. After gaining from Britain on August 15, 1947, our leaders faced the monumental task of framing a constitution that would serve as the backbone of our democracy. Under the visionary leadership of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the drafting committee created a document that is now revered as one of the most comprehensive and progressive constitution in the world. Republic Day signifies our commitment to the values of our freedom fighters and national leaders who laid down their lives for the independence and unity of our country. From Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's efforts in uniting the nation, their sacrifices continue to inspire us. Let us also salute the brave soldiers and law enforcement personnel who protect our freedom and security every day. Dear students, as the future of India, you have an essential role in shaping the destiny of our country. The strength of a nation is not only measured by its economic power, but by the character and values of its people. Education empowers you to think critically, make informed decisions, and become responsible citizens. It is your duty to use this knowledge to drive innovation, promote harmony, and uplift those around you. As we celebrate Republic Day, let us remember the importance of the fundamental duties outlined in our constitutions. These include respecting the national flag and anthem, protecting our environment, promoting the spirit of brotherhood, upholding the sovereignty and integrity of India. By practicing these values, we honor the spirit of our constitution India has made remarkable progress in science, technology, education, and social reforms, yet challenges remain. Poverty, inequality, and environmental issues require our collective efforts as a school community. Let us commit to small, meaningful actions. Embrace diversity and inclusivity in our thoughts and deeds. Participate actively in cleanliness drives and community service. Be champions of sustainability and conservation, remembering that every drop of water served and every tree planted contributes to a greener future. Today, as we watch the tricolor flag unfurl and hear the national anthem, let us feel a renewed sense of pride and responsibility. Our Constitution empowers us, our action defines us. Let us pledge to uphold the spirit of democracy, justice, and unity. Together, let us strive to make India a beacon of hope, progress, and harmony for the world. I wish you all a very happy Republic Day. May this day inspire us to work for a brighter, stronger, and more prosperous nation. Jai Hind. Over to Anisha ma'am.
Thank you so much for your inspiring and thought provoking words. Your message truly resonates with our students and it reminds them of the responsibilities they carry as future citizens of this great nation. I would just take 1 minute before we proceed. Just give us 1 minute because we're going to do some technical glitch from the back. Just give us 1 minute. Kakuli ma'am, I have to make you the host and you have to give sharing right. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Ma'am, I've given you the sharing right. If you can, I've given make you the host. If you can, please give us the sharing right, multiple sharing right.
Yeah.
Now, student, everybody, you have to buckle up now because whatever is coming in the next part of the program would be very, very meaningful to you. Okay, whatever is happening, pay full attention to that. Komal ma'am, please tell me once you got the sharing right. Okay. Done? Okay. Kakuli ma'am, can you please make me the host one more time? Thank you so much. So let us continue. It was a wonderful speech by ma'am. We all agree to that. And to carry on the program, the Republic Day flag hoisting is a very cherished tradition that symbolizes our commitment to justice, equality, and liberty, the core principles that is enshrined in our constitution. Although we cannot present in person to hoist the national flag, but this virtual event is no less significant. It reminds us that patriotism goes beyond physical boundaries. It lives in our action, in our words, and the respect we show for our nation. As we proceed towards the flag hoisting video by Komal ma'am, let us all sit respectfully, maintaining a calm and attentive posture. This is a moment of extreme pride and reverence for our nation, and it's very important to honor it with the dignity it deserves. I hope you all have agreed with me, so I'm expecting everybody to sit respectfully, maintaining a calm and attentive posture. Komal ma'am, up to you. Wasn't that a wonderful video? I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. It is now time to revisit the soul of our Constitution, that is the preamble, which embodies the vision and values of our great nation. To guide us through this profound and meaningful text, we are honored to have our beloved student Aksa with us today. Her knowledge and passion for the subject will help us understand the essence of the preamble and its significance in shaping India's democratic spirit. Please join me in welcoming Aksa to lead us through this inspiring segment. Thank you, Aksa. The stage is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Respected principal, ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I am here to speak about the preamble of India, its objectives, importance, and why we celebrate Republic Day. First, let me read out the preamble of our Constitution. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. The preamble is like the introduction to our Constitution. It tells us about the values and principles that guide our nation. It begins with the words "we, the people of India," showing that the power of the country lies with its people. It also declares India to be sovereign, free, and independent, not controlled by any other country. Socialist, we believe in equality and aim to reduce the gap between the rich and poor. Secular, all religions are respected equally, and there is no official religion. Democratic, the people have the right to choose their leaders. Republic, the head of the state, our president, is elected by the people, not by birth. The preamble also tells us about the key objectives of our nation: justice, everyone should be treated fairly without discrimination; liberty, we have the freedom to think, express, and follow our beliefs; equality, everyone should have equal opportunities; fraternity, we should live in unity like brothers and sisters. Now, why do we celebrate Republic Day? On 26th January 1950, our constitution came into effect, making India a republic. This means that India officially became a nation governed by rules written in the constitution, and the highest authority of the country would be elected by the people. Republic Day is celebrated to honor this historic event. Every year on 26th January, a grand parade is held in New Delhi, showcasing India's military strength, cultural diversity, and achievements. Schools, colleges, and communities across the country celebrate with flag hosting, cultural programs, and patriotic songs. Republic Day reminds us of the importance of the Constitution, which guarantees us our rights and freedom. It also reminds us of our responsibilities as citizens to uphold the values of justice, equality, and brotherhood. In conclusion, my dear friends, the preamble and Republic Day teach us to be proud of our country, respect its values, and contribute to its growth. Let us all take a pledge today to be responsible citizens and make India a better place for everyone. Thank you. Jai Hind.
No, Musenesi.
That's happening to one.
No. What's happening?
Can I please request everybody to be on mute? Thank you so much, Aksa, for your insightful and heartfelt guidance through the preamble of our Constitution. Your explanation has truly deepened our understanding of its value, principles, reminding of the responsibilities we hold as citizens of this country. We are grateful for your wonderful contribution to today's program, and it has certainly left us inspired. As we continue with our Republic Day celebration now, our next presentation is going to be a special video that beautifully captures the spirit of patriotism and the journey of our nation. But before we start the video, as I was continuously telling you that you have to pay attention to whatever is going on, here is why. Okay. Just after the video presentation, there is something exciting. That is, right after the video, we will have a quiz. So everybody, whatever is being shown in the video, whatever is being discussed till now, the quiz, the question of the quiz will be based on that. Okay. So I expect everyone to pay attention to the video, watch carefully because your knowledge is going to be tested in a while. Komal ma'am, can we please have the video?
On January 26, 1950, with a salute of 21 guns and the unfurling of the tricolour, President Dr. Rajendra Prasad inaugurated the self-made Constitution of Independent India. Witnessing the beginning of a new era were prominent figures like C. Rajgopalachari, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, who had seen the dawn of the independence just 3 years earlier. The nation, having achieved freedom, introduced its constitution, presenting itself to the world. However, the path was not easy. Delving into history reveals that the struggle for independence, along with the framing of the constitution and rights, posed formidable challenges. The opportunity arose during the First World War when a golden chance was offered through a plea for help from Britain. Indians eagerly accepted, hoping to gain freedom from the British rule. Once again, the British altered their stance, bringing the Government of India Act 1919, which led to a dual governance system in some major provinces. Subjects like health, education, and agriculture were handed over to a group of Indian ministers, while the areas of military, defense, and foreign affairs remained under the Viceroy's authority. Indians were assured that the effects of this act would be assessed in the future. This move by the British led to the formation of the Simon Commission, which entered India in 1928. The Simon Commission reviewed constitutional reforms in a dramatic fashion and prepared its report. However, the time had changed and Indians were no longer swayed by the British maneuvers, as the demand for their own constitution and rights gradually took root. After the Simon Commission's report, nationwide protest erupted, prompting the British government to organize the Round Table Conference to find a peaceful solution. However, this attempt failed as not all leaders from various sections of society participated. Nevertheless, as the British government continued its efforts to suppress the intentions of Indians, the courageous sons of the country had already prepared the groundwork for their constitution. In 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders drafted the constitution, the foundation of which was laid in the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress in 1921. Thus, the outline of the Constitution of Independent India began to take shape. The wheels of time kept turning, and then came the Government of India Act 1935, often referred to as the structural base of our Constitution. In other words, it became the foundation upon which the magnificent structure of the existing Constitution was built. The Act of 1935 brought independence to India, but with the advent of the independence, differences between the Muslim League and the Congress deepened, and even basic issues could not be resolved through negotiations. Although these disputes continued, Indian leaders were steadfast in pursuing their goals. During the Second World War in 1945, an agreement was reached among all parties to prepare a draft constitution. The draft included universal adult franchisee, freedom, and equality, along with special attention to safeguarding the rights of minorities. Simultaneously, the Quit India movement and the need for the Indian National Army shattered the dream of British rule in India forever. As the Indian national movement gained momentum, the pressure increased for the formation of a constituent assembly for constitution making. Amid this turmoil, on December 9, 1946, the first meeting of the Constituent Assembly took place in the Constitution Hall, New Delhi. Virtually every prominent personality associated with the national movement except Mahatma Gandhi was present. The Muslim League, however, boycotted the meeting, demanding the partition of India into two separate nations, India and Pakistan. Therefore, in the first session, a total of 207 members participated, where Dr. Sachidanand Sinha was elected as the interim chairman of the assembly. However, 2 days later, on December 11, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the permanent chairman of the assembly, and Dr. H.C. Mukherjee and V.T. Krishnamachari were appointed as the vice chairs of the assembly. In this sequence, the golden day of August 15, 1947 arrived, when India witnessed a new morning of independence, breaking the shackles of slavery. With enthusiasm among the citizens, the first Prime Minister of independent India, Jawaharlal Nehru, addressed the nation in a resounding voice. This historic speech was recorded as Tryst with Destiny. Along with this, the process of constitution making gained momentum. After independence, challenges increased as there was no shortage of material for the constitution, but the correct selection and proper interpretation posed a complex task. The draft of the constitution prepared by B.N. Rao was discussed by the Constituent Assembly, which on August 29, 1947 passed a resolution to form the drafting committee. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was chosen as its chairman, and besides him, there were 6 more members in this committee. Several important decisions were made during the constitution-making process, including India's membership in the Commonwealth Group, the selection of the national flag, and the choice of the national anthem and national song. Interestingly, the preamble, which is the introductory statement of the Constitution, was the last to be passed. If the Constitution is a political and constitutional document, the preamble provides a philosophical perspective to this document. Under the leadership of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the framers of the Constitution studied the constitutions of 60 countries and presented the final draft of the Constitution on November 4, 1948. After the Constitution was ready, the challenge arose of how to beautifully write it in elegant letters. In the midst of this dilemma, the name of Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada came forward. He was the most famous calligrapher of his time. Subsequently, under the guidance of Nand Lal Bose, artists from Shantiniketan adorned each page of the Constitution. In this way, in a total of 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days, the Constitution of the world's largest democracy was prepared. Officially on November 26, 1949, the Constitution was passed with 284 members, including 15 women from the Constituent Assembly signing it. The decision was made to implement the Constitution on January 26, as on January 26, 1930, the proposal for complete independence was put forward during the Indian National Congress Lahore session. In history, this is also known as the First Republic Day. On January 26, in the cold of Delhi, Rajgopalachari declared in his words, India as a sovereign democratic republic, giving a patriotic message. Subsequently, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was sworn in as the first President of India. A public ceremony followed, where President Dr. Rajendra Prasad and chief guest Indonesia's President Sukarno participated. In this way, January 26, 1950 got etched in the pages of history in golden letters. So friends, in today's episode, the story concludes here. We will meet again with a new episode and a new story. Until then, Jai Hind.
So we are not meeting with a new episode. This was enough. So this video was very, very knowledgeable, right? And it was wonderful. Hopefully everyone has watched the video and is now ready for the exciting quiz ahead. Are you all ready? Show me a thumbs up. Everybody, show me a thumbs up. Okay, so to make this segment even more engaging and memorable, we are delighted to have our beloved teachers, Sharmila ma'am and Komal ma'am with us to conduct the quiz for all of you. Their enthusiasm and energy will surely make this a fun and enriching experience for all of us. Let us warmly welcome Sharmila ma'am and Komal ma'am to take charge of the quiz. Over to you, ma'ams.
Thank you, Arnisha ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, as we gather for this Republic Day celebration, we celebrate not only the momentous occasion of the India becoming republic, but also the spirit of knowledge and awareness that lies at the heart of our democracy. I, along with Sharmila ma'am, will be the quiz master for today. So there is like only one simple rule for all of you, that you just need to put the answer in the chat box, which is like correct according to you, right after the completion of my statement, right? So all you are guys excited for the quiz? Show me your thumbs up, everyone. Sharmila ma'am and Arnisha ma'am, they are looking like they are excited.
Yeah, we can't hear. Anyone is excited or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, so shall we start, everyone?
For one moment, we can ask them to unmute and just tell whether they're excited or not. Can we do that, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Unmute.
Yes, we want to hear you, students. For 1 minute, you can unmute yourself and tell us whether you're excited. I mean, we know that you all are excited. How much you have to tell us, okay? So just you can go ahead and say, yes, very much, like that.
Yes, very much. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
ma'am.
great.
Yeah, ma'am.
Ma'am, I think everybody's charged up. We're good to go.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So here is the first question. When was the Constitution of India adopted? January 26,
Ma'am, see.
No, we are not.
Wait, Bhavyansh, you need to put the answer in chat box. November 26, 1949, August 15, 1947, January 13, 1948. Hurry up, everyone. Start typing your answers in the chat
Got
box.
many answers.
Yes,
See,
I
Nina,
can
you don't
expect
have
this.
to. You have to type the answer. You cannot say the answer. Okay.
Hurry up, everyone.
Ma'am, can we have the answer, please?
Yeah, ma'am. So the answer for this question is November 26, 1949. Sharmila ma'am, can you tell me who gave the correct answer for this question?
Ira is the winner.
Yeah,
This question.
a very big round of applause for her. Let's have another question for this quiz. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution? A. Mahatma Gandhi, B. Jawaharlal Nehru, C. B.R. Ambedkar, D. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. I guess Sharmila ma'am, before completion of my statement, they are putting their answer in
Yes,
the chat
yes.
box, right? They are
Yes,
very
true,
much
ma'am.
aware about the answers.
Yes.
Very good, everyone. Keep it up.
And can we
Hurry
have
up,
the answer?
everyone.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the
I think
answer of
everyone
this,
has typed the answer.
yes, so the answer of this question is B.R. Ambedkar. And who has given the correct answers?
Akila, great. She's in grade 3 still. She has knowledge about all this. Great, Akila.
Ve-
You're doing well.
Very good, Akila. So the
Thank
next
you, ma'am.
question is, on which date is Republic Day celebrated in India? It's a very easier one.
Easiest
August,
question.
yeah, the August 15, January 26, October 2, or November 14.
Okay, ma'am,
Yeah.
I would just interrupt everybody. Noman, I can see you are typing B for like 100 times. This is not allowed. When we see one student replying more than once, you are disqualified for the round. Okay, so please type your answer only once. Okay, we can see whoever is answering. Okay, ma'am, good to go.
Yeah, so
Can
the
we have the
answer,
answer?
yes, everyone can answer this question, Sharmila ma'am. So the answer of this question is January 26. So the
Numan
next
is the
question
first
is-
one who answered this
Okay.
question.
Okay, he's
Well
the
done,
first one.
Numan.
I guess everyone is giving the correct answer for this question, na?
But he's the fastest,
Yeah.
ma'am. He's the fastest. one.
Okay, yeah, okay, very good, Numan. Who gave
Great
the
going,
famous
Numan.
speech? Who gave the famous speech Thrice in Destiny? A. Subhash Chandra Bose, B. Jawaharlal Nehru, C. Mahatma Gandhi, D. Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Hurry up, everyone. It's all about participation, not about
Sorry
winning.
to interrupt, student. Please mention question number as well because it creates confusion if you write B. Okay, it's better if you write question number along with your answer.
Hurry up. Timing's
Type the
running
full
out.
sentence. Type the full sentence, then there will be no confusion.
Exactly. So let's have the answer of this question. So the answer of this question is B, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. Sharmila ma'am,
I
tell
think
me who is
Akila is the first one who answered it correctly.
I guess she is amazing in this
Yeah,
quiz,
yeah.
and she is like in the 3rd grade only, right? So moving
yeah,
on to
she's
the
doing
next
well.
question.
Students,
unfolds
it's
the-
okay. Students, it's okay if you don't know the answer. What matter is that you are trying and learning never stops. Please keep trying.
Yes, exactly. It's all about participation, not about winning. Who unfurls the national flag at the Republic Day parade in New Delhi? A. Prime Minister, B. President, C. Chief Justice of India, D. Speaker of Lok Sabha. Start typing your answer, everyone. Hurry up.
I think we received all the answers. Ma'am, can we have the answer, please?
Yeah, so the answer of this question is B, President. This is the easier one, I guess.
But I don't think so. Anyone can answer this question. I think nobody answered it correctly.
Why? This is the easier one.
See, Prime Minister hosts the flag on Independence Day, not on Republic Day. Okay? For your knowledge.
Yeah. So, like moving on to the question number 6, what is the significance of January 26 for India? Adaptation of Constitution, Independence Day, Quit Indian Movement, deformation of the Indian National Congress. Hurry up. I won't answer for this question.
Numan, type your answer only once. Again and again, if you will keep typing, we will disqualify you. Okay?
I have only one time time.
How many times? B, A. Just one answer. Either B or A.
Or write the proper statement, proper answer.
It's better if you write the answer instead of writing option.
Hurry up, everyone. Can we have we have the sufficient answers, ma'am? Or not?
Still wait for some seconds, ma'am. Let's
Okay,
wait for some seconds.
sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry up,
Let's
everyone.
have the answer.
Okay.
Let's have the answer, please.
Okay, so the answer of this question is adaptation of the Constitution. Moving on to the next one. How long did it take to draft the Indian Constitution? A. 1 year, B. 2 year, 11 month and 18 days, C. 5 years, and D. 3 years. Quickly typing your answers, everyone.
Please mention question number as well.
Yes.
I think Ma'am, can we have the answer, please?
Yeah, so the answer of this question is B, that is 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days. A very big round of applause for those who are giving the correct answers.
Aksa is the
Moving-
first one.
Yeah, very
Clap
good,
for her.
Aksa. Moving on to the next question. Who was the first president of India to hoist the national flag on Republic Day? A. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, B. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, C. Jawaharlal Nehru, D. C. Raja Gopalacharya. Hurry up,
Can we have the
everyone.
answer, ma'am? I think we have got the answers.
Okay, ma'am, sure. So the correct answer for this question is Dr. Rajendra Prasad.
Great. Aksa is the first one. Great,
Very
Aksa.
good, Aksa.
You have good knowledge about history.
Yeah, so the moving on to the 9th question. Who wrote the national anthem of the India? A. Rabindranath Tagore, B. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, C. Sarojini Naidu, D. Mahatma Gandhi.
And before you could
That-
read the options, we got the answers.
Amazing, ma'am. That's amazing.
Aksa is the first one who answered it correctly.
So the answer of this question
Nina,
is,
if you have answered this question, please mention question number. Okay, please.
yeah, so the answer of this question is A, that is Rabindranath Tagore. Very well, everyone, very good. Moving on to the next one. Who was the first Prime Minister of independent India? A. Lal Bahadur Shastri, B. Jawaharlal Nehru, C. Indira Gandhi, D. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
I actually don't need to read the options. They already know the answer.
That's very good, ma'am. Very amazing.
So the first answer is
guess-
given by Aksa again.
Yeah, so that's the Jawaharlal Nehru. I guess they saw the video very carefully.
Yeah,
They like took the instruction of Arnisha ma'am very seriously. So moving on to the next question, who is the known as the father of Indian Constitution? A. Mahatma Gandhi, B. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, C. Jawaharlal Nehru, D. Subhash Chandra Bose. Start typing your answer, everyone.
Bhavyansh, please type your answer. Bhavyansh, Heather, Bashira, Honor. Why you all
Mama,
are
I'm
not typing
checking.
your answers? You have to be very quick.
Everyone is analyzing your speed,
Honor,
everyone.
please type your answer. Bashira. See, every attempt counts. The more you participate, the more you grow. So you have to participate. Don't think about you are correct or you are incorrect. Your answer is right or wrong. Okay, please keep trying. Okay, great. Okay, I think this time also Aksa has given the correct answer. She's the first one who has given the correct answer. There are many, but she's the first one.
So the answer of this question is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Moving on to the 12th question. What is the name of the ceremony that ends Republic Day celebration? Flag hosting ceremony, beating retreat ceremony, national anthem ceremony, parade salute ceremony.
End. It's end, not the start. And can we have the correct answer, please?
Yeah, so the answer of this question is B, that is beating retreat ceremony. Who gave the correct answer, Sharmila ma'am?
No one.
Why? That's very disappointing for me. I guess they gave the answer for this question here. So moving
Don't
on
worry.
to this.
Keep trying.
Yeah. So question number 13 is, in which city is the Republic Day parade is held? You all
You already
need to
got
give
the answers, ma'am.
Yes, they can give the answer of this question in just a single click.
Everyone, please start
A,
typing your answers.
A. Mumbai, B. New Delhi, C. Kolkata, and D. Bengaluru.
Can we have the answer, ma'am? Because we have already
Yeah,
got the answer from the
It's
student.
very obvious, ma'am. It's been New
Yes.
Delhi. Over
Easiest
to
one.
you, Sharmila, ma'am. Over to you from
Yeah.
this side.
So Aksa is the winner. She is the first one who answered this question. Okay.
Very well.
So here comes question number 14. What does the term secular in the preamble signify? Freedom of religion, equality of opportunity, justice for all, sovereignty. What is the answer? Just start typing your answer, students.
Everyone needs to participate.
And can we have the answer of this question?
Yeah. So the answer of this question is
Freedom of religion. Nobody gave the correct
Freedom of
answer.
religion.
After
Numan
the-
has given the correct answer.
But
I
ma'am,
think
he
Numan.
gave the answer after the answer
Acha,
was
acha, acha,
displayed.
acha. Okay.
So
Where are you,
that's-
Aksa? You haven't typed your answer?
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
Next question, ma'am. What does the term republic in the preamble signify? First one is sovereignty, justice, elected head of state, unity. Can we have the answer, students? Start typing your answers.
Noman said it's B. Akila says it's C. Ira says it's C. Heather says it's C. Ninad says.
Can we have the answer of this question? I think he's correct.
Okay, so the first correct answer was given by Aksa. 15C, elected head of state.
Very good, Aksa.
Clap for her. Everyone, please clap for her. Yes, ma'am. Can we have another question?
Sure, ma'am.
Which act of the British government introduced reforms in 1990? And what were its key provisions regarding the transfer of administrative control? Government of India Act. Options are Government of India Act 1909, Government of India Act 1919, Government of India Act 1935, Indian Council Act 1892. I know this is a little bit difficult, but I'm sure you all can answer.
Everyone start typing your answer,
Start typing.
please.
Did we get any answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Akila says it's B, Ira says it's B, Ninad also says B.
Ma'am, can we have the answer?
Okay,
Yeah, ma'am,
Ninad
sure.
not writing anything else in the chat box. B, the correct answer is B. Means, first of all,
Noman. I think
Noman.
Noman has given the correct
Yeah.
answer.
No, Ninad has given the correct
Okay,
answer.
Nina.
B, Ira started.
B.
Yeah, Noman, it's Noman, ma'am. Sorry.
Noman.
Noman has given the correct answer.
Okay. Ma'am, can we have another question?
Sure, ma'am.
When did the Simon Commission come to India? Options are 1925, 1928, 1930, 1931. Start typing your answer, students. And everyone, please try. Don't hesitate to type your answer. Have we got many answers?
So let's have the answer of this question.
Bashira?
So,
Rashida, please type your answer. Akila, she has typed. Bhavyansh. Okay. So the correct answer is 1928. Anyone has given the correct answer? I don't think so.
Honor.
Who? Yeah,
Honor,
Honor. Honor has given the correct. Great Honor.
very
Keep-
good. Great.
Yeah,
Very
great
well.
going. Can we have another question, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am.
Who drafted the Nehru report and what was its significance? Options are Jawaharlal Nehru, Motilal Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel. Significance options. A. It demanded Purna Swaraj, complete independence for India. B. It was the first major step towards the demand for dominion status. C. It focused on the reorganization of states based on linguistic lines. D. It rejected the idea of fundamental rights for citizens. Start typing your answer, students. I know it's a bit difficult, but still you should try. Okay, ma'am, can we have the answer of this question?
Yeah, ma'am.
So the answer is Motilal Nehru. And second option is also B. It was the first major step towards the demand for dominion status. Okay. We have anyone who has given the correct answer, ma'am?
We have Aksa, we have Honor. Noman is the first one, I think.
Okay, great going, Noman. Ma'am, can we have another question?
Ninad, we will answer your questions afterwards, after the quiz is done.
In which session of the Indian National Congress was the foundation of the Indian Constitution led, and when did it take place? Options are Lahore session 1930, Karachi session 1921, Bombay session 1920, Lucknow session 1916. As the question is difficult, so we are getting less answers. Akila,
Yes.
Heather, Bhavyansh, please start typing your answers.
Your
If you
questions
have
are
watched the
tougher one,
video
ma'am.
carefully, I think you can answer this question.
Where is Akila, ma'am? She can answer.
It's very difficult for her, ma'am. She's in grade 3.
We have
No,
got
ma'am, but
A from Heather, A
It
from
is the fastest
Aksa,
one.
B
yes,
from
exactly.
Numan,
Can we have answer,
from
ma'am?
Ninad, C
Yeah.
from Aksa again. Why C? One C, one C. Okay.
So I think Noman is the first one who answered it correctly.
Yes, ma'am. Numan.
Great, Noman. Well done. Can we have another question, ma'am?
Sure, ma'am.
What was the significance of the Government of India Act 1935? Options are provided provisional autonomy and federal structure. B, introduced separate electorates. C, gave India complete independence. D, introduced the system of diarchy.
I guess they already saw the answer by mistake.
No, ma'am. Still they couldn't.
Okay, that's then fine.
We got the correct answer. Others start typing your answer. Oh, Ninad got hint.
They are very clever, ma'am.
Very clever. Okay. No problem, Ninad. Others start typing your answer. Do I have to call your name again and again? Please start typing your answers. Okay, ma'am. Can we have answer?
Sure, ma'am.
So the correct answer is provided provincial autonomy and federal structure. So great going, Aksa. Ma'am, can we have another question?
Sure, ma'am.
When and where did the first meeting of the Constituent Assembly of India take place? Options are January 26, 1950, New Delhi; December 9, 1946, Constitution Hall, Delhi; November 11, 1947, Bombay; August 15, 1947, Kolkata. Okay.
Hurry up,
We are getting
everyone.
answers.
These are the few last questions only.
Yeah, 5 more to go. Honor, Bashira, Akila, Heather, Bhavyansh, start typing your answer. I want everyone to participate. Don't worry whether your answer is correct or not, but still everyone should participate. See, participation is more important than winning. Okay. Can we have the answer, ma'am?
Yeah.
The answer is B, December 9, 1946, Constitution Hall, Delhi. Yes, ma'am. Who has given the correct answer? Komal, ma'am? Who is the first one?
I guess, ma'am, I need to check it again.
Aksa is the
Aksa.
first one. Great,
Very
Aksa.
good,
You are
Aksa.
doing great. Well done.
Let's move.
So, question number 22. Who was elected as the interim chairman of the Constituent Assembly and who became the permanent chairman? Options are Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Sachidanand Sinha, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. C option is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru. D option, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay. We are getting answers. Others start typing your answer. We are giving you some more seconds to answer this question. So where is Noman? He has answered this question. Great. Heather has given Akila.
Honor has answered. Noman has answered. Heather and everybody said A except Aksa.
Ninad. Where is
said
Ninad
B.
now? Bhavyansh. Our senior students. They are not answering. Junior students are answering. What is this?
That's why I'm asking for Akila.
Aya has given the correct answer.
Okay, Ninad.
He's very-
Still you can try. You can type your answer. You are back now. You can type your answer. Not a problem. Okay. Ma'am, can we have the answer?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. I think the correct answer is given by Aksa again. Excellent, Aksa. Who is your social science teacher?
You, ma'am, you.
Just joking, ma'am. So here is question number 23. What is the philosophical perspective of the Indian Constitution known as? Options are preamble, directive principles, fundamental rights, schedule. Start typing your answers, students. Okay. We got answers. Be quick.
Abhyang says it's A, Heather says 24, only 24. But we have not yet reached 24. Aksa says A, Akila says A, Heather says A, Noman says A.
So the correct answer is A.
Wow, that's great. So Noman
Very
is
good,
the
everyone.
first one to give the answer.
Yeah, most of them have given the correct
Most
answer,
of
ma'am.
them
I
have
think.
given, yeah.
Yeah.
Noman
Good
will-
students, well done. So here comes last few more questions to go. What was the Indian Constitution influenced? How was the Indian Constitution influenced by other countries? Based on the options are based on the Constitution of the USA, framed without external influence, made after studying the Constitution of 60 countries. D is inspired by British laws only. So start typing your answer.
Akila amazed us, ma'am, in this quiz.
Yeah,
I
she's
must say.
participating throughout.
Yes.
And I
Very
think we
nice.
got the correct answer. We got the correct answer, ma'am, this time.
Noman says D. Heather says D. Ninad says D. Akila says A. Aksa says C. Ira. So we've got all the options. Can we see the
I
correct
think, ma'am,
option?
answer is C. Yes, the
That's
answer
great.
is C.
Aksa has given the correct answer.
Yeah. Great, Aksa. You're doing really good. So the answer is C, made after studying 60 countries. Okay. Now here comes last two more questions to go. When was the demand for complete independence first proposed and in which session? Options are Karachi session 1921, Lahore session 1930, Lucknow session 1916, Bombay session 1920. So we got answers. Others, start typing your answers, please. Ma'am, can we have the answer?
Sure, ma'am.
Lahore session 1930. I think the correct answer is given by Heather this time.
Yeah, I can also see Heather. Heather was the first one to give me. Lahore
Great,
said.
Heather. That means you watched the video carefully. Great. And can we have the last question?
Sure, ma'am.
So please, students, everyone has to answer this question. Okay? Because this is the last question. Who was the chief guest at India's first Independence Day celebration and what was his designation? Options are Mahatma Gandhi, leader of the freedom movement, B. Winston Churchill, British Prime Minister, C. Sukarno, President of Indonesia, D. Jawaharlal Nehru, Prime Minister of India. Start typing your answer fast.
And they have already written almost all.
Yeah, they already know.
Noman is the first one to answer. Then Aksa, Heather, Akila, Bashira, Ninad, Bhavyansh, Honor. Everybody has answered and everybody has said it's C. Let's see the correct
It's
one.
ma'am, I think the answer is C only.
So yes, it is C.
So Numan is the first one.
Okay, Ira is writing. Okay. For 25th, Ira was the first one. Yes. For 26th, it was Noman. Yes.
Okay. So great going, student. Everyone has done excellent. So here come with the end of our quiz question. So a big round of applause for everyone who participated. You all did an amazing job. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate Republic Day. Let's remember the values of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity that our Constitution upholds. Stay proud, stay curious, and have a wonderful Republic Day. Jai Hind. Okay, over to you, Anisha ma'am.
Thank you so
I
much.
hope you all enjoyed this quiz game.
It was a wonderful session. Thank you, Komal ma'am and Sharmila ma'am. I enjoyed it throughout, and I'm sure everyone did. So, students, as we come to the conclusion of today's Republic Day program, I would like to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who contributed to making this celebration a grand success. For all of your active participation, the teachers who planned the event, to our beloved principal ma'am for all her guidance. Today has been a wonderful reminder for our nation's journey, its diversity, and the shared responsibility that we all uphold in shaping the future. Let us carry forward the value of our Constitution in everything we do and work together to make our country even greater. Thank you once again and wishing you all a very happy Republic Day in advance. Jai Hind. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Jai Hind, ma'am. Thank you. Jai Hind, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, students. Thank you for your participation. I hope everybody had fun today. As
Thank
we
you.
all know, after this celebration, we are not having any more classes.